Hello, Artverse. This is Rachel. I'm the founder of Artverse. I'm here today with Tina Marie. Very excited because she is the first Lens Lady collective interview I am doing with the Artverse. I'm extremely, extremely honored to have her because I've met her in real life twice, even stayed on her couch. She's incredibly hospitable and she is genuinely one of the nicest people in this space. Um, she helped me a lot getting into this NFT space. And she also just, I don't know, there's not enough good things to say about this woman. But I hope you stop it, no crying. I hope you learn a little bit more about this beautiful goddess here and her work. And let's get to it. Hi, Tina.
Hi, I'm so honored and excited to be here. I'm so thankful that you asked me to do this. I'm so nervous, but you can't tell because it's and you can't see sweat. So I'm happy.
Oh my goodness. So, yes, we started a few minutes late just because of technical issues, but I'm glad we could work it out because, yeah, to see the whole package of what Tina is basically a gift to everyone. So, yeah. So, Tina, do you want to just briefly describe what you do, who you are, and, just get the basics out of the way for those who might not know you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a boudoir photographer and now NFT creator. I have been in and around boudoir for about 15 years. I started actually taking the photos about five and a half years ago, and really completely fell head over heels for the photography aspect of it. I am in the business of empowering women. I am a makeup artist by trade for the past 15 years. So my job for both of my businesses is to empower women and make them feel beautiful and seen and heard. And so I found this space in October and decided I needed to release a collection immediately because there weren't enough women in the space and we needed to celebrate our bodies and women empowerment. So here I am.
What Tina is definitely not saying is that her boudoir images are so unlike everything else out there, where it's not just nude photography, it's not just like beautiful women. Her first, what was it, Dangerous Curves collection was mind boggling. Like, oh my goodness, I'm just going to share my screen of just the first image. Uh, yeah, just because you guys need to see this. Okay. Okay. You guys can see my really messy screen. But here we go. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Do you see this beautiful black and white, just absolute art of a piece? Huh. Also, guess what? Tina actually sold out a 50-piece collection of these dangerous curves, these black and white images of females. And it was in like the midst of being kicked off Twitter. It's the midst of like so much shit that was happening. And she did it. I think that just is such a testimony to your community and who you are as an artist, because I think people really follow you for what you do, and not just because you have a pretty picture. I think you really touch a lot of people in this community. So that was just a great thing. Just want to say that. But I know this always makes Tina uncomfortable when I talk nice about her.
I can't see how red I'm getting. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fun. I'm happy. I'm happy that it did well. I wasn't expecting it to sell out in 2 months, but it did. And in the midst of not being on Twitter while it got sold out, so that was weird and amazing all at the same time. I love this community.
So now that you've been Tina Marie since that fateful day, how has it felt being Tina Marie instead of your previous handle?
It's different. It is different, I will say. It was kind of fun coming into a space that I was completely, I came in as my alter ego. I feel I'm not going to say the whole name, but Dom was my alter ego, and I was releasing such like sultry images, and it kind of went with my name very well. So now when I'm Tina Marie, I feel like it's different. It is. It's a different feeling being doxxed as my own name. And sharing my photo so often. I obviously chose that because I wanted people to get to know me a little bit better. And I think it has. Like, I think I've actually created like stronger bonds with people because they know my name, they know who I am. But it is definitely a different feeling being in the space now, for sure.
I would have to agree. Like, since you came in as Tina Marie, I feel like you've been a little bit stronger in this space. I know, like, for me, Ex Domina was like this really beautiful, badass person. But then when you came in as Tina Marie, you came in with such, I don't want to say wisdom because it's not like wisdom, but you came in with this intention. And I really see it in all of your actions and engagements in the community since then. And it's been really amazing how you've just kind of overcome it. I know you're probably really tired of it, but it really does say a lot. But wow. So you said you were a makeup artist.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing makeup full time right now, is that right? Is that what you kind of do in your secret undercover life?
My secret undercover in real life. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a wedding makeup artist, and I've done commercial work and things like that. But mainly, I do weddings. So wedding mornings are kind of my favorite. I get to show up to a happy morning with a bunch of beautiful women who just want to feel special and pretty, and I do it and I leave. It's kind of a magical moment for me. Every single Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I am making at least 30 women feel beautiful. So it's kind of it's kind of incredible and exhausting all at the same time.
Wait, and it's just you? You don't have like an assistant? You don't have a hairdresser?
Well, I have a couple
What do
girls.
you do?
Yeah, I have a couple girls that work for my company, but I prefer to work alone. Every artist is different, and I feel like that in so many ways. Like, even as like a photographer, like no one's going to catch the same things. Everyone has a different eye for things and for art, so I prefer to work alone. So I have my girls go out to do other weddings, but I also have like a hairstylist that I've partnered with and whatnot. So it's a company. It's a business.
So that's all exciting and great, but I want to hear more about your art and how maybe being a makeup artist, does it complement, does it conflict? How does it fit in with your boudoir shooting? Because wedding makeup doesn't always seem like it's connected to
Yeah.
makeup.
It actually it lends itself very well. So when I first started doing makeup, I actually started also assisting with boudoir. So there were a couple of different photographers in the area that boudoir was just kind of getting up and running. It was 15 years ago. I had to Google what the heck it was when I got asked to help, and then I saw it was like sexy photos, and I was like, I'm in. Count me in. So yeah, so I was doing the hair and makeup for them. But then I was also assisting with the boudoir behind the scenes. So I would help pick out like outfits, and I would help poses and lighting and things like that. I just never actually took the photo. So now that I do it myself, I have that extra like hour before the shoot to get to know them, make them feel relaxed. I do their hair and makeup. I'm like a part of every step of making them feel like empowered and beautiful. So it actually works beautifully together. And a lot of my brides end up hiring me to do their boudoir before. So I get clientele without advertisement. So yeah, it's a pretty good little combination.
So, how did you go from makeup boudoir into NFTs? Tell us how you got here.
Yeah. So my fiance had been in like this world for a while. He was first into crypto and currency and things like that, and then he started getting into NFTs. And the more he was in there, he started to realize that like there weren't a lot of women. And he knows me. I am like, go get them. Yes, women. Like, let's go, girls. So he immediately was like, you need to get in this space. Like, you would be perfect there. You would motivate people. You would, your art would make sense. There's a lot of men who would probably love your art, but there's also a lot of women that will show up and love your art. So he kind of forced me into it. So in October, beginning of October, I wrote the date down and everything. So it was such a turning point in my life. Because, like, I didn't realize that this was going to be such a journey, or take over my life mostly. So I started in October, and I started to get to know the place a little bit more. And then by December, I released my first NFT collection.
Amazing. And it like sold out within 2 months, and now you're here. You do have a current collection out, right? X-Light.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to kind of explain it, and then I'll kind of cut to the listings?
Yeah, so X-Light's a little different. So when I came back to the space after getting suspended, I wanted everyone, I came back as Tina Marie, I came back as myself, very doxed, and I wanted my art to kind of showcase who I am more so. Dangerous Curves is I love that collection, and it will always be my OG, but I'm a very like colorful, vibrant, like crazy human. And I also love blending women into artwork itself. And I'm not an artist, like, by trade. So like I'm an artist in the fact of makeup and photography, but drawing and all of that I've tried. I'm terrible. So I wanted to find images that would help represent women in their all natural state. So I spent a really long time, spent weeks looking for the right images. I licensed them, fully licensed the images, and decided to project them onto women of all different sizes, different shapes. I have some women in there that are moms of 3. I have some women who are 22. I have some women with big boobs, small boob. I have a variety of different women. I wanted to showcase that. I think this space really needed diversity in the nude art scene. So yeah, I'm really proud of it. I've sold 15 so far, which I'm very happy about. I have 35, which was a tall order. Like, I put way too many out there, but I just loved the images so much I couldn't stop minting. So I do. What are you gonna do? This is my last large collection, though.
Oh, okay. So before we go on to your future stuff, I'm going to share. Okay, how do I do this? Obviously, I'm really good at this.
We're great at technology, both of us.
Obviously. Okay, so you can see my screen. I'm going to your OpenSea page for X-Light. Obviously, here we do have so many pieces already sold. That's amazing, especially during this bear market. And then, wow, oh my gosh, I freaking love these shots. I'm also very sad because when I was looking today, the 2 favorites of mine were already sold. But like, oh my gosh, this is just so cool.
And
Like,
a little alpha
wow.
is that Rachel was actually here in my home studio for my very first shoot for this collection.
Oh my gosh, just like look at this one.
I know.
I'm sorry, I'm just like obsessing over them.
It's like there's Waldo of the naked woman body.
Mm-hmm.
You have to try to find her.
Some of them are easy, some of them are not as easy though.
Mm-hmm.
Where you kind of have to figure out where they are. Like this one right here, number 33. Wow, you did like wow. I love how the red orange looks like her hair.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love that. And this tree one, just absolutely amazing.
I love that one.
Okay, where are you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love every one. I can see how hard it was for you to just even pare down the many pictures you took of these beautiful women of all shapes and sizes. Yeah. How have you felt after minting 35 of these X-Lite images. What's going on in the future? You said this was your last big collection?
Yeah, so this is my last large collection. I did it a little differently this time with my dangerous curves. I released 10 at a time, and once 10 would sell out, I would release the next 10. And this one, I just kind of like let them all go. I knew it was a bear market. I knew it was going to be a hustle, but I wanted everyone to see all of them all at once, because I knew there could be times where like no one's buying anything for a while, and I just wanted to get them out there. So yeah, so this is my last large collection. I do have 4 on foundation as well, that are they are self-portraits. I hate talking about these, I do. They're self-portraits of when I first got into boudoir, and I was trying to teach myself lighting and positioning and things like that. But it's kind of like a celebration of me as a boudoir photographer and me as an artist. So I have those up on foundation, which are higher priced. I expected them to sit. That's totally fine. It's kind of just like a celebration for me to be minting that. But yeah, I think next, I'm definitely I'll be applying for super rare this week. So I'm a little nervous about that. But I do have some really fun things going on. There will be 2 editions that I'm going to be minting, and they will come with utility. So I'm really excited for that. And yeah, so I have things in the works. I constantly have things in the works. I'm like, I just want to sell a few more of these X-Lite, and I'll release some more things. I can't sit around this long and not do that.
Oh my God. Wow, that was a lot. One, super rare. Yes, absolutely. You need to be on there. So let us know when you get on so we can hype you up. But also, is it okay to show your self-portraits? Okay. I'm totally sharing some self-portraits because I think they're beautiful. I think it's such a wonderful empowerment. You don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. And you putting these out is just you showing how relatable you are to what you're trying to help other women. I mean, look at this. I freaking love this shot. It's gorgeous. You're beautiful. Holy crap. Breathtaking. Okay. Yeah, I see those as, I don't think they're really high priced, but I also see them as, needing to be collected by the right collector, because that's you.
Yeah. I'm not telling myself cheap, y'all. I'm worth a good amount of money.
Yes.
But yes, I love that. I wanted to let everyone know that like anyone can be a model, like anyone can put themselves in this position and to love themselves and love their own bodies. And I am here making that statement. Like if I'm going to tell everyone else to, I'm going to have to do it myself. So yeah, I totally did that.
I love that. I have seen that as a trend where women, I've done it myself, where I've put myself on the blockchain. I've not promoted myself, but it's a vulnerable experience. And I think as a photographer who asks other people to do that for you, it's a big step.
Yeah, I agree. I don't promote very often, but I know they're there.
Well, I had a question, but then I just completely forgot it.
Then that's fine.
Wait, what did we just talk about?
Addition.
All right. So when does wedding season end and we can expect more of your full-time attention to us here in the NFT world?
Well, it's fun. I started in October because right around like the end of October is usually when I start to slow down. So like my full attention was here. I lived in Twitter world, in the metaverse for months, and then all of a sudden it got crazy again. So, I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to make a good balance for myself for downtime and for whatnot. But I'm starting to host spaces again, which I'm really happy about because I love them. And the one I'm doing is very silly, and I'm doing another one a little bit more often. That's going to be just celebrating artists again. So I'm trying to be here as often as I can. It's just it's difficult to balance, and I think everyone has that issue here. It's difficult.
Yeah, so now that you've been here almost a full year, what has been something you would have told yourself getting into Twitter and NFTs to try to find that balance sooner? Do you have like a piece of advice?
I think I think it's hard for people to like I have great friends here now, right? Um, but I also at the same time like stopped communicating with my real life friends at the same time, and I forgot. Like there would be a couple days that I like would forget that I have like real friends that I need to make plans with. Like everyone has kids and families and whatnot, and the longer it goes on, the longer I'm not going to see them. So I would have definitely reminded myself that like to keep up with those in real life connections, and to try to get out of the house as often as possible. And that, it's a roller coaster. It's a constant, wins and losses and, FOMO, and it's a constant grind, as we say. So I would have told myself that to preemptively stop myself from all of the overheating that I've done to my brain in the past year. Like just it's a constant struggle. My head, like there's like literally smoke coming out of my ears half the time because I'm overthinking everything. So I would have done that.
I'm sorry.
Over-
Overheating.
I'm literally overheating.
That's amazing. And I also just want to throw it back to your spaces. I'm so glad to hear you are coming back to because you are one of the space queens. Everyone loves your spaces. It's always a good time. For me, you are like the one female who really introduced like how to be in spaces and not have it be stressful. Because spaces are socially draining. A lot of people don't like them. I don't like them. But if I see a space with Tina here, I absolutely hop in if I can. And I recommend everyone else too as well, just because she brings not only the alpha but the fun. Because we all need a little bit more fun in this space. Also, Tina's bar, is that one of your spaces? Because
Funny because Tina's bar now turned into um, don't buy my art, save your money. It's a total shit show. 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not even drunk for it. It's turned into that now weekly. I did one on Tuesday and it worked out so well. Everyone just came in and blew off steam and just completely trashed each other. And it was actually one of the best spaces I think I've ever held because we take ourselves so seriously and we take this space so seriously so often. And leave it to me to bring out a space that like listen guys, like let's have fun, let's laugh for a minute, we need to like relax and chill. So that's Tina's bar at 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. And maybe I'll drink next time, I'm not sure.
excellent. I love it. Thirsty Tuesday, we can start with it. um, so you were saying how we like everyone takes themselves so seriously. Do you have, I know I didn't give you this question, so you didn't prep for it, but do you have an unpopular opinion about something happening in the space right now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
for sure. Okay.
so for me,
Uh-huh.
um, a lot of people are minting on Tezos right now, like objects and things like that. And I definitely agree people should be cross chain, like branching out into different blockchains
Yeah.
in their art. But I also see a lot of people minting very low on Tezos.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I know it's very unpopular, but I minted on Tezos, but I priced it much higher,
Of course.
much, much higher than what
Yeah.
other people have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is an unpopular opinion that I have done. So, what about you? Do you see something in this space where you're like, I wish people wouldn't do, or I am not comfortable doing it myself?
Actually, it's funny you say you asked this question because I was in a space earlier today and I was listening to all the ladies talk about this. But I think those art shill posts, and especially like the contests and the competitions that collectors are now placing on the artists, it's different. No one wants to work for free, right? So asking artists to create something very specific because it's the genre that you like, or it's I feel like it's getting a little tacky. Like no one would, expect anyone, like obviously I'm a photographer, so like I'm not an artist, but like even if I was a graphic artist or a painter, like I create things in my own style and in my own way. I wouldn't want to try to get sales and beg you for sales because it's in your creative brain, if that makes sense. Tell me if I'm not making sense, but I think the whole like contest thing, it's a little web two. I think, awards are a little web two. I think, yeah, that's a very unpopular opinion, I think, right now. But yeah, that's without saying too much. That's my unpopular opinion.
I love that you said that because with the Deca thing, I don't know if you saw the whole like online gallery Deca, people were engaging, getting points, upgrading their decagrams, octograms, whatever. Um, it seemed very gamified,
Yeah.
but it seemed to have brought life back into the space. It got a lot of artists back engaged with each other, sharing, engaging, even if it wasn't on Twitter. Um, I haven't really seen that many collectors post about like games, but that's interesting that you said that because I do believe that. I mean, I do this myself. I'm like, I'm shopping on foundation, post and show below.
That's
And
fair.
that's very, very lazy on my part. Like,
No,
absolutely lazy on my part.
but I love those specific threads from people that I know are genuinely interested in our work. Like you want to actually see and get to know people, and that's very like because you're a genuine human, it comes across that way. Like I love those kind of, because I'll go through those threads and find new people that I want to be friends with and like that I see their art that I love. But it's the ones that are asking for specific imagery, and specific art in the way that they want it. And then it's a content. Yeah, it's like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing right now, and I'm not really into it.
Oh man. Oh man. I didn't know that was a thing. I definitely obviously need to be on more.
I mean,
Well, I wanted to share because we should wrap this up within the next 10 minutes, a partnership with you, with the Lens Ladies. So I'm going to share the image. Tina has graciously, remember that Dangerous Curves collection that I talked about earlier, her first one? She actually has one final Dangerous Curve black and white image that she has allowed us, yeah, just one, allowed me to animate very slightly to be part of this group of female photographers. It's on the Artverse project website. You can mint it. Let me show my page now. There. You can go to the artfirstproject.com website. Here's the Lens Ladies tab, and it's a collection of 8 women here. And here we have Tina's as the top one. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And we have a cute little thing, description here. And obviously, in brand with Tina Marie's glorious soul, her charity is investing in women NFTs. So I really love that about this NFT that she has allowed us to have. It's really beautiful. The booty, the honey, I'm obsessed.
I am obsessed. I'm obsessed that you asked me because it's funny. Like when I was doing the shoot, I wasn't going to use any of those images with the at all. But when you asked, I was like, oh my god, that was really good animated. So you did a phenomenal job. And I was so honored to be a part of that because I mean, the amount of like talent in that collective, our Lens Ladies, is like absolutely astronomical. So I was just blown away that I was asked and that you wanted to do that with me and partner, and that I'm humbled. So I love that.
No, it's really the whole group of women in this collective are just insanely talented, and I'm just very grateful for your patience with me because truth, this was supposed to have come out in February. You guys got me all your images by February. But due to technology issues, dev team issues, all that fun stuff, it just never seemed like the right time. But I have seen one-on-one sales rise right now with a focus on female art. And I know sometimes it's like, buy my art, not just because I'm female, but if it makes a sale, well, I guess I'll swallow that for a second, maybe sometimes, not quietly. uh, but I do just I love this collective of female artists, and I think it's the start of something really amazing. So we can start promoting that this week into next week. I know, finally. It is on our own smart contract, so you will be able to see more of the properties and the camera settings and the fact that it is made by Tina Marie when you mint it off the Artverse project website. So it's a little bit more techy than just OpenSea, which is why I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the collection is absolutely beautiful. So I was really excited to be a part of it. Oh Honey is going is the only but in the whole series. So
And this one's not going to get you suspended.
no. I not put that banner. It will not be my PFP. It's just for your eyes only, really.
Oh my god. Oh gosh. This has been a great little chit chat with you, Tina. I was wondering if you had one silly story or one piece of advice you wanted to give those of us who are feeling burnt out and sad in this bear market.
Oof. That's a
It's a choice.
no, I have so many of both of them.
Okay, give us both. It's fine. I'll be
Okay.
greedy.
Um, I don't know. Oh my God. Now I'm like completely blank. I'm like, I have so many and now I have zero. So I guess advice would definitely be just keep going. I've seen a lot of my friends specifically like tweeting out how burnout and how they don't feel seen and they don't feel heard enough. And my biggest advice is just keep going. I mean, I just went 2 months without a sale and I just sold two. So you know, you never know when your collector will pop up and see your art. Just keep retweeting, keep sharing each other's art, keep supporting each other. If you see a friend down, jump in their DMs, make sure they're okay. Just send them a funny GIF. Who cares? But it lets them know that they're being seen, and you know, we're all in this together. And even though it's a stupid market right now, it'll bounce back. And when it does, one of ones will definitely be the strongest coming up. So yeah, I guess just love each other. Just love each other. That's all. Like share the love as much as you possibly can, and let everybody know how much you care about them at the time. Because there's a lot of sadness going on right now, and I hate it. It's the worst. Funny story. I guess would probably be you being at my house, talking to my model a lot, making her laugh when I'm trying to get her in position, and then going and seeing a really terrible movie.
Wait, what movie was it? I totally forget.
It was so Batman. It was Batman, wasn't it?
Oh, right. I'm sorry to all you Batman fans, but no, this new one, no.
No, it's
Mm-mm.
not good.
No.
So, yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I have funny stories about vacuuming snow out of belly buttons with my Dangerous Curves collection.
Wait, what?
I literally had to vacuum snow out of belly buttons and off of nipples, which was really fun. And my cats try to play with my naked models on my couch a lot. X-Lay, I had a girl show up extremely wasted. So trying to get her in like one position was really fun. Um, these are all tragic, fun stories. But yeah, I mean, meeting everybody in New York was amazing. So that was fun. Guys, meet as many people as you can in our life. That's another thing of advice. That's all. Like you. Make sure.
Wait, how was New York?
It was so crazy. It was crazy. I did not meet as many people as I wanted to. It was really depressing. Everything was spread out. I probably walked like 80 freaking blocks in like 3 days. Drank every day, was hungover every day, and got COVID. So yeah, it was great. It was great. But I got to meet a lot of people, which was really cool. Sang karaoke and went to a lot of events, and it was pretty awesome. I think next year there needs to be an Artverse party. Just saying, I'll be there.
It's in the plans, it's in the works, but we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness, I was it FOMOing NFT New York so bad because one, I knew you were there, and it was just yeah.
You and Julia were missed, believe me.
I know. Julie and I were just like, we're so sad away from everyone.
Okay, next time. You better come.
Next time.
If you're not.
What?
I said if you're not in Tahiti or somewhere else.
Right. I mean, we could always just meet in Tahiti. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I absolutely loved this so much. I loved catching up. I will never watch this again. Thanks for taping it. Cool.
Well, thank you for coming on. I love hearing your voice. I love seeing your beautiful face. Just hearing your story again just reminds me just how much of a strong woman you are. And that's something I think a lot of people know, but just we need to see the full package that you are. So thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I'm excited to see what you do next.
It'll be fun.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.